You will add posts on these, right? Afterwards.
Yeah, true. Man, you look so cool now, I promise. This is the review for the board game Star Wars, the deck building game, the good and bad about it. A lot of that.
By the end of the video, you will know if the game is for the you.
We have 6 starry questions that we will answer in this video, but before we do that, Giannis, what is this game all about?
This game is about cards. More cards. Your cards, my cards, your cards again.
I'm the rebels, you're the empire,
Yes.
and we're fighting each other till the death.
No, only until we destroy 4 bases.
And whoever defeats 4 of the opponent's bases wins the game.
On your turn, you will play all of your cards. When you play cards, you generate resources. And for these resources, you can buy more cards. Guess what? This is a deck building game. Do you think they got that from the name of the game? If you didn't, it's a deck building game. Another very important thing that you get from playing your cards is attack.
You can attack either the base that we talked about, or you could attack the galaxy row or the market.
You buy your own cards, but you can kill or destroy the opponent's cards. First of all, what it does, it denies him the card. And the other thing it does is you gain something from it. There's always a reward on the cards what you get for destroying that card. You can buy a card, you can attack in any way you want, in any order. Once you're done with your turn, you just discard your played cards, draw 5 new ones.
And then it's the next player's turns where he also attacks, buys new cards, discards cards, and does other things with his cards. It's a card game.
Each time you destroy an opponent's base, he will take his full set of bases, and all of them are different, and pick which one he wants to play as the next one. And each of the bases have unique rules to them. So depending on the situation, you might want to pick a certain one.
It's a very fast-paced game where you really quickly play your cards, attack and do the actions that you want to, and it's also just quick in general. It's around 20 to 30 minutes. So the theme is strong with this one, or is it? We're gonna talk about it a lot more in this video, so we should jump to the first question, which is...
Who would you get this for?
3, 2, 1. Do you have 20 minutes?
Well, me.
I think almost anybody can play this game. The theme is strong with this one. The cards and flavor text, brilliant if you love Star Wars. But even if you don't, it's still a really solid game. And it takes only 20 minutes and it's quick paced. So I actually would buy it and recommend it to almost anybody.
Yeah, it is exactly very accessible. I've played a lot with my son, who's gonna be 9 soon. So he picked up on everything that's happening here. If you like science fiction or Star Wars and like deck building, I'd say this is a no-brainer. It's a very quick 2-player filler.
And that was the end of the video. Thank you for watching, and remember to support us on Patreon.
All right, Did I already give a review?
That kind of did, yeah.
Surprise! That's how short the game is. Just like this review. What are the 3 best things about this game? My third best thing about this game is going to be the theme powers. Theme powers? For example, Java Scavenger. Right here, it says exile this unit to purchase a card from the Galaxy discard pile. Because he's a Java Scavenger, he picks up trash. Makes sense. There's the Millennium Falcon that brings you unique characters. There's so many powers that fit with the thematic representation of the character. It's just amazing. And it's always like, yeah.
My third best thing are the bases, because this base system is really, really cool. You want to destroy it, but also you don't want to destroy the opponent's card, because you will get another base that's stronger, not just health-wise, but they will have a special power that's really, really powerful. Then choosing between those powerful cards that you have, I think it's a brilliant way where, hey, yes, I just lost a base and it should feel bad, but I really will have this super powerful and cool base.
Yes, that's my second best thing as well. Sometimes when you're playing deck building games, you will have certain cards coming in a lot. For example, you will get a lot of discard cards in this game that make the opponent discard stuff. Then when your base is destroyed, you can pick a base that enhances that. There's one base that says every time an opponent discards a card, deal 2 damage to his base. Cool, I can kind of amplify my deck's ability. Or for example, you feel like, man, I'm getting hit really hard, I'll take a base that has a lot of life and maybe an ability that helps me stay longer in the game. Really simple, but yet unique and exciting system to add to like this deck building genre.
Other one is attack! which I find very unique, and I think the most unique here, because you not only can attack the base or any cards that the opponent has played, but also to the Galaxy Row, and it gives such a unique twist to it. Maybe progress and attack the base, or this card is really powerful if he buys them. And I will get resources for this card if I destroy it. But also, it still keeps the game quick.
My first best thing is the Galaxy Row. That was the first sell for me. Oh, you can buy your cards and destroy the opponent's cards. Because up until this point, all the deck builders that have this row, you can pretty much so buy any card. Doesn't matter. Still a small, quick, simple game, but layers upon layers.
My number one thing is 20 plus 3. I would say you can play this game in 20 minutes for sure. Yeah. Maybe even quicker if you're very professional at it. And I need 3 minutes to explain the rules. It's super quick. Whenever you just have 20 minutes, let's go. Flow, quickness, and everything together is my favorite part of it.
It's a very accessible game, even if you're not a Star Wars fan. Then you can kill all those Star Wars characters from the Galaxy Row. So it kind of grows, yeah. Yeah.
I'll keep this for later, okay?
Why this game might not be for them. Why this game might not be for them.
My only issue, to be honest, I'm not gonna even paste anything more there. I'm gonna just say this, because the Galaxy Row overall is fantastic. It's a great design, but there's also bad things about it. Number one is it's completely random. It can get to situations where there are only your opponent's cards, or, which for me was even worse, only my cards. Because I can buy all of them, but I can't attack any cards except the base. But you don't want to actually progress and defeat their base too quickly, because they're gonna get stronger cards and then, rush past you. And there is not a lot of effects where you can change any cards there, except buying them.
Buying those small cards feels like I'm messing up my deck.
Exactly.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah. And that's sometimes annoying and feels like I just got unlucky because of it. For 20-minute game, I don't care. I just would wish that I can have some say in what cards change, or some way to just, here's my token, if I use it, I can exchange all of that row, for example.
Thankfully, it doesn't happen often, but it does. And then it feels like... And the good news is, usually when you feel pretty bad about this row, the other player might feel pretty good about that row. There's only 50% of the players are feeling bad at that point. That's pretty good odds. I do have one more thing, which is super small and tiny. I mean, if you at all don't care for Star Wars, hate Star Wars, do you think there is such people in the world?
Yes, there is.
You might not like it. You're like, ugh, look at that Chewbacca again, ugh.
There is strong theme with the cards and everything, but you can just ignore it. The gameplay totally kind of makes up for it, even if you hate Star Wars. Because I'm not the biggest fan, but I enjoyed everything.
Are there any viewers who actively hate Star Wars?
Hating franchises was like a kid's thing. Now you just, either you like it or you don't care about it.
I don't particularly enjoy Twilight series.
I don't care.
That I don't like Twilight series?
Anything you do, I don't care.
I see. Let's move on to the next thing then. What is the best alternative?
2, 1. Star Realms. I'm not gonna be very original. It's basically the same game, only this one is quicker, has some unique things in it, which is the Galaxy Row. And if you hate Star Wars, I guess Star Realms.
If the wars part is the problem, if the star is the problem, then...
Well, then Hero Realms.
Then Hero. I own Star Realms, and I haven't played it for a while. Then I played this, I'm like, probably never ever gonna play Star Realms again. If you really like franchise, insert name of franchise, deck building game, then DC is a one that I used to play a ton when it came out. Haven't played for years, but it just reminds me of this thematic, like there's the Batman, he has a ton of gadgets, obviously he does that. Same kind of feeling. Nice artwork and still really good. And if you like this, you should give this a go. How long is the honeymoon? That's no honeymoon.
3, 2, 1. It's Star Wars. So they have content more than we will ever probably be able to play or see.
What do you mean? I've seen everything.
Really?
No, I haven't seen the Clone Wars cartoon, but that's because I don't want to. I could if I wanted to.
And it's Fantasy Flight, which is like a company that's known for a million expansions for all of their games. I have played it tons already. I'm not bored even from the base game.
I think by the time they watch this video, there'll be already 25 expansions.
At least 25.
For me, it's like full speed to expansion. Yes, what you said is correct, but I want more cards from the get-go. But for me right now, I'd gladly play it. It's a really nice filler to play like in the evening, like quickly after dinner. It's just really nice all around. So I'm reviewing this again. Just give me expansions is what I'm saying. Final rating.
3, 2, 1. Fantastic.
What? Well, this is historical. You rated a Star Wars game higher than I did. What? Okay, cut. Where's the joke?
For a 20-minute game, it's such a just thrilling experience. You know, there are some games where you see some mechanisms or something, and you're like, why didn't I think of that? It's so simple.
I've had that a lot of times.
With the Galaxy Row, with the bases, and we even haven't talked about the Force actually. But there is this track where you can get the Force with you or not. With different cards, you move it to one direction or the other. It helps the theme as well as gives another perspective to the
And
game.
some cards reference that if the Force is with you, you do this. Because if somebody gets it all the way to their side, they just get a free resource every turn.
And I was even considering must-have. If they would fix the one thing that I don't like about it, which is when you sometimes feel stuck with the Galaxy Row, where you can't exchange it really, then it would be a must-have for me. It's super quick filler here, and I don't like Star Wars as much. I enjoyed the combos and everything. It's just a brilliant game.
They made it really, like you said, nice little filler two-player versus game. It's really nice. Up there with the choices for me like Summoner Wars that plays fairly quickly. It's just a nice game to grab and play anytime.
Anyways, that was our review for the Star Wars, the deck building game. Hope you know if this game is for you.
Thank you for watching. Consider subscribing. Check out our supporter pages like Patreon or become a YouTube member to get that extra video we do every month.
And what can you do on our Discord channel, Janis?
You can talk about board games, meet other people, and also we post a lot of behind the scenes.
Things, so you can do things there.
That is very descriptive.
Support us.